Here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. Hope all's going well, and I hope your guitar and musical journeys are going famously. Today I'm going to show you a really fun lick device that I kind of pulled from one of my influences, Joe Satriani's. Big influence on my playing, and I recently did a lesson where I was jamming over this jam track, so I want to show you what I was doing, how I came up with it, and how you can apply it to pretty much any scale and make it your own. That lesson included a jam track, and I'll put that video in the cards here because that's gonna have the jam track, so you're gonna wanna grab that. And we're in the key of D minor, and I was using things like D natural minor, D Aeolian mode, D minor pentatonic and blues. That was the ammunition for my soloing. And hey, if you could do me a big favor, please subscribe to the channel. That really helps us to keep bringing the content, right? And then you'll be notified when we have new lessons up. Leave a comment below. Let us know how you like this lesson, what lessons you'd like to see coming up, what gear you'd like to see reviewed. And if you like the video, please click the like button, give it a thumbs up, share it, and we really appreciate your support. Play the device there, and basically for instructional purposes I turned the gain way down and I turned off the delay, and I have just a basic crunchy kind of tone now. And we're in the key of D minor. The jam track is just basically D minor add 9 to this B flat major 7 flat 5, and it kind of goes around there 3 times, and then it changes to a G minor 6 to this A sus4 chord. So this device is awesome because you could use it on any scale pretty much. And what I'm doing is basically I'm taking a D Aeolian mode D minor scale and I'm coming up with like a legato pattern. And then I'm moving it with slides. And I first kind of heard Joe Satriani doing that a lot in his playing. As you know, he doesn't pick a lot unless he wants to. He kind of uses lots and lots of legato. But he does it in interesting ways, the way he slides around the neck while doing it. And that's what I kind of base this off of. Because I'm using a couple of D natural minor scales and I'm moving it around the neck. So let's take this D minor scale off of the A string root D. Looks like this. And then also we'll connect it to this one off of the D on the low E string root, D natural minor, D Aeolian mode. Right? And remember the notes, because it's so important not just to know shapes, right? You want to know the notes. And D natural minor is D, E, F, G, A, B flat, and C. A lot of the legato fast stuff, you want to get good on doing it on one string. So you want to know your scales not just vertically, but also on one string. So if we take it from here, in the scale I just showed you, and move it up the neck, right? You could start connecting by this kind of passageway on one string. And all I'm doing is taking that on one string. I'm on the high E string on the 5th fret, so that's A, B flat, C, D, E, F, and G. So all we need now is a pattern that we could do, a series of hammers and pull-offs. And for this example, I just use this. Just take that. So with one pick, you want to pick 8, pull off 6, pull off 5, hammer 6, hammer 8, pull off 6, pull off 5. Right? And you want to get good at that. Just work it up over time. Move it on each of the strings. Right? Okay, but what I did to make it a little bit more interesting was this. See, so I started to slide up the scale and used some connection notes in the scale. Okay, so when I got back to that first finger, I slid up from the 5th to the 6th fret, and then I just did straight hammer-ons and a pull-off. So I did 6, 8, pull, slide that up to 8, 10, pull. But I'm just going up the next notes in the scale. Right? And now we're starting to move around a little bit. All right, and that's basically the device. And then I just took it and I move it. So I went from here, then I moved it up here to this next position of that scale I showed you. And it's basically the same exact thing, it's just I'm using these notes. So here I'm doing same pattern, but now it's 13, pull 12, pull 10, hammer 12, hammer 13, pull 12, pull 10, then slide up to 12, and then hammer and pull 13, slide up to 13, and then hammer on 15. Slow. When you're doing this faster legato stuff, it's, you know, I have to spew out lots of notes, but once you slow it down, it's much more manageable and you work up the speed. Right? If you put them both together slow. And you get these cool licks. And if you want to see these scales and way more diagrammed out on paper, you know, I'll tell you what, I'll send you a killer ebook. It's my biggest rock blues soloing ebook. I diagram out like 29 scales. It has all kinds of soloing strategies in it, music theory, major and minor key. It's packed with lessons. It's killer. And I'll pair it with a killer free video lesson on easy ways that you could spice up your soloing, like immediately. Simple things that we could do that really make a big difference. It'll really help you throughout your soloing journey, and I'll send them both to you for free. And all you have to do is just click on that link in the YouTube description box below. But the whole crux is just kind of get the fluidity of it. And it gets, with time, you'll get faster and faster. Right? And then you could do that with any pattern, with any scale, right? You're just changing the notes and just move it up the neck on one string. And now if I go back to my heavy lead sound and I add in the delay, right? And a little more gain, a little different tone, it'll sound something like this. Gear-wise for this lesson, I'm using a Paul Reed Smith Paul's guitar. Right, this is USA made. I think this is a 2013. Love this guitar, and I'm playing through. I'm just plugged from the guitar right into a Steinberg UR22 interface, right into my iMac, recording in Logic X, and I'm playing through the Neural DSP plugin for the guitar. It's Archetype Plini. Really awesome plugin. Sounds great, and it's just very convenient. You know, just plug in and go. Watching this lesson. Be sure to take this, you know, make it your own, put your own spin on it, develop your own legato patterns, and use this in, you know, whatever scale you want. You know, it's a fun device that gets you moving around the neck, right? And it produces some really cool sounds. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, right? That helps us to keep bringing the content, as well as you'll be notified when we have new lessons up. And don't forget also to click on that link in the YouTube description box. I'll send you my free video lesson on easy ways to spice up your soloing, and I'll pair it with my killer rock blues soloing ebook, which I diagram out like 29 scales. There's all kinds of lessons for soloing strategies. It's killer. Just click on that link below. And if you get a second, I just dropped a new record with my original band Mind Cell. We're based out of San Diego, and you could hear a lot of these devices and licks and ideas and stuff throughout my soloing throughout the record, but I'd love for you to check it out. It's streaming on all the major platforms, as well as you can get the digital record, you can get it on CD. I'll put links to all of that below in the YouTube description box. Let me know if you have any questions, like on the gear I used, or maybe on some of the techniques or the studio recording, as well as let me know your opinions on the record. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching this lesson. Thank you so much for your support over the years and years. I so appreciate it. Stay tuned. I got lots more killer content coming. I'm really excited about some of the lessons I have cooking up. Keep up all that hard work on that guitar. You can do it. Stay positive, and remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. Take care and rock on.